Hi guys, so this is your lucky day 3 videos in one lovely afternoon, the day before Father's Day. I want to wish all my wonderful parents out here a glorious day of love, of appreciation, of enrichment. Okay guys, hugs and kisses. Make sure to make dad know that he matters. And to all those parents with double duty, definitely get that double dip. How about that? Okay. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. It's not too late, guys, so don't make excuses. Celebrate those who invest in you, who sacrifice for you, who love on you, who are there for you. Don't skip over it. It matters. I don't care what they say, it does matter. Stretch yourself, be there, make that phone call. Matter of fact, happy Father's Day, Daddy. I definitely want to put that out there to my uncles, to my family, my, uh, all those who are fathers. I want to say happy Father's Day to you all, including my own dad. Okay, guys? So, hugs and kisses, it does matter. Get them, that trip to the golf park, to the driving range, to the golf course, right? To the, get them that boat ride. Get them that, you know, evening amongst the stars for the live band, and take them fishing and make them a nice meal, or take them for a nice meal. Get to know them, you know what I mean? Find out what they're interested in. Do an activity with them, go for a walk, have an ice cream smoothie, have drinks, bring them a gift, and something that you know they like: shoes, a coat, a jacket, something from one of their teams that they like, something they could use, do it, and do it well. How about that? Okay, guys? So this video is on things that your massage therapist may never tell you, but it is increasingly harder and harder to get an appointment, or they may constantly be raising their prices on you. This video will give you some reasons perhaps why it is so challenging getting an appointment with your therapist, and also the background on some of the things therapists experience and the things that we think. Okay, so if you're interested in getting some answers to some of your questions or some insight, then this is your video, and keep watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. All right, let's do it. I was debating on making this a story time, or like a collage of different experiences I've had with different clients. But instead, I just decided to try to keep this sweet and simple, and give you all some tips on therapeutic relationship and on the client's responsibility. Okay, it's not a professional courtesy or optional. If you want to bring out the best in your health professional, then put yourself in the position to receive that by doing a few things. If you are going for massage therapy, it is not okay to show up unbathed. And let's put that across the board. If you're going to the doctor, to any professional where you're going to possibly be asked to disrobe, or they are possibly going to put their hands on you, take a bath before you go. That means put on fresh underwear. That means put on a brand new set of clothing. That means exfoliate and hydrate the skin. Use deodorants, and wash your face, brush your teeth, cleaning your nose and ears, behind your ears, wash your hair. That means, yes, get squeaky clean. And we do talk about you all, okay? You get talked about. You get notes in your chart, and health professionals have the right to refuse care and to not take you. If you are exercising in poor health and poor hygiene, and you are the catalyst, meaning that you are not putting any effort into changing, we don't have to take you, and we won't. So do not show up hot, sweaty, fresh off the hiking trail to any of our offices ever again. We don't appreciate it. It's not overlooked. We resent you for it, and we're not happy. We don't like your smells. We are seeing parts of you that you will never see, that you have never seen. We are smelling you in ways that you will never smell, you will never be exposed to, and how dare you. Another thing is, do not take a bowel movement if you know that you are sick to the point that you have diarrhea, you're having stomach cramping, you are having a heavy flow on your cycle. First of all, you cannot have massage therapy when you're on your cycle in the first place. So if it's the first day or two, then just go ahead on and cancel and reschedule. If it's towards the end, the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th day, because some people have cycles for 7 and 8 days, it just depends, and you're down to those last days, then fine, come on in. But if you didn't bathe before you came in, and you don't have on a fresh sanitary napkin and all of that, don't even think about it. If you have an issue to the point where you can't control your bowels, or you're taking detox teas, have respect enough for us that you don't come in here fresh off of taking one of these detox teas, then blow our bathrooms to hell, to smithereens, and then come out and then want to get on somebody's table. No, get out of here. How dare you? You don't think about anybody in the building, for God's sake. You don't think about other clients. You don't think about us. We are humans. We don't put on some superhuman, force field thing that blocks us from wanting to vomit like anybody else. Yeah, we want to throw up too when you do that crap to us. So stop it. Stop. If you're so sick, call in. You know what? Most healthcare providers offer virtual appointments now. Have some decency and call in. They can put a prescription in for you to help you get your bowels under control, so that you can come in with a measure of civility. How about that? Can we tone down the savage in you? Can we tone that one down and bring up a measure of pride, integrity, concern, prestige even? Like, what standard do you hold? If you have none, get some. Pretend that you have some for us, and get it now. Don't make another appointment and come in here smelling like who did it and what for ever again. I want you to be thoroughly traumatized when you watch this video, that you will never ever take us for granted in that capacity again. Okay? Another problem that we have is you all who have these skin conditions. You all that have skin conditions, be forewarned right now. You get on the table, it's about 3 to 10 layers of dead skin on your body, everywhere. It creeps us out. okay? And all it's doing is rolling off the entire time you're on the table. We can't focus on giving you a massage because there's skin everywhere. So now we have to go into an exfoliation treatment or trying to set somewhat of a stability, a foundation, so that we can start to do the work. But we have to get through these layers of skin. So automatically, expect to be charged more. Expect that your time there is going to be increased at least by a half an hour, and there will be an additional expense, okay? Because you need an exfoliation treatment. You knew that before you came in. And if you refuse it, don't be surprised if your appointment gets canceled, because there's no way that we can do a massage rolling skin off for half an hour. Another issue that we're having is those of you all who are extremely dehydrated. We can't even get through a glide because your skin has sucked up everything in 1.5 seconds. So we're spending 90% of the session hydrating your skin. We're doing compression. We're doing contrast therapy. We're getting hot towels. We're doing myofascial release because there's nothing else we can do, because you are severely dehydrated. And talking about you do pretty good drinking water. When? This is why I recommend it, and I do ask you all to go over and watch the video I just uploaded about tips and suggestions that I give to most of my clients, more likely than not. You need to watch that video. You need to switch up your water source. No more faucet, filtered, or spring waters ever again in life. You need to subscribe to that model. You don't need to argue. When do you get to argue with me or any health professional? When you've changed. That means that your skin is soft, supple, moisturized, and healthy. That's when you get to argue and say, oh no, I'm drinking spring water every day and my skin is great. And when you have that testimony, then you have a valid argument. But as long as you have about 3 to 10 layers of dead skin everywhere, I have clients that have these spots all over their face, forehead, ears, down their neck, all over the shoulders. It's everywhere, and there's no excuse for it, okay? Grown women. I've had to pull women to the side. And it's amazing to me that they have spouses too. I'm like, you got all this going on. You got the nerve to have hair all over. You don't even wax your legs, but you have a man. And I dare you to complain. I dare you to complain about your spouse. And they sitting up here loving you through this, laying in the bed with you with all of this. You didn't put any lotion on. You can't tell me you put lotion on. You didn't put any oil on your body. You jumped right in that tub, jumped right out, and jumped in the bed. That's what you do. You're not trying at all. It's ridiculous. You don't know how many barracudas, and I do mean barracudas, that get on the table and they're not trying. You're not going to even convince me. And when I talk to them, I get the truth out of them. They're not trying, okay? And I'm like, are you depressed? Like, what's going on? Because you need to have some oils. You need to use, I'll give them a long list. Some of them got the nerve to have an attitude. Some of them don't want to do it. It's obvious they're flipping me off. And they're going to keep doing what they're doing. But you're not going to come back to see me. And that's what you guys don't realize. If you call a therapist or ask for a particular therapist and they keep telling you that therapist is never available, that's because there's a note that you are blocked from scheduling with them. You're blocked because no one's going to put up with that. It's a nightmare on Elm Street for us, okay? Another thing, if you are a client that complains, and we know how it goes, you're a client that complains and nitpicks, you're trying to get a discount or a freebie, and you don't tip, you're gonna have an issue with getting on the schedule. Your price is going to increase 2 and 3 times, and that's the biggest red flag. If you call and make an appointment, have an appointment, and the next time you call to make an appointment and they've raised the price, it was 100, now it's 300. It was 200, now it's 500. That means move on, find a new office, find a new therapist, because that's intentional. They don't want your business. And it's because you are an unruly client. You are hard to deal with. The interaction is not pleasant for anyone. We're not getting anywhere because you're not taking this seriously. You're not doing the aftercare suggestions. And I don't want to hear it in the comments that maybe they can't afford to and all that stuff like that. That is not true. I give affordable options, from your drugstore to your grocery store to online, to your higher end options. So you have the right of choice, and you have the way to get things done within your budget, within your own budget, you all. But if you're coming in, you know, to an office to get care, and you don't have the sense to bathe before you come in, to put on fresh undergarments, fresh clothing, to hydrate your body. One tip that I always give customers, I tell them their homework, things that I expect them to be working on, and when I see them again, I ask them like, well, how far have we gotten on the homework? And I also tell them, no matter what, on the day you know you're coming in here, I want you to focus on hydration, eating lots of fruit before you get here. I want you to take a bath. I want you to de-stress. This is in 24 hours. If you come in here, even 48 hours would be great. I want you to have gone swimming or done some type of aquatic aerobics, some type of cardio, Pilates, something. And I want to hear that you ate apples and pears with the skin on it, strawberries and blueberries, blackberries, mangoes, avocado, tomatoes, you name it. I want to hear that you ate the whole thing. You ate the whole cantaloupe, or you ate the pineapple. If you're gonna get fresh pineapple, you ate half of it yesterday and you're working on the other half today. On top of, I want to hear about 2, 3, 4, 5 different fruits that you have consumed. I ask you, what are you having for dinner, or what did you have for lunch? I want a real answer. I want that to be in your playbook. Go get a smoothie if I make suggestions to you. So what are you gonna do right now? I don't want to hear, you're going back to work and you're not really hungry and all of this and all of that. Okay, so if you're not an active participant in your wellness, these are reasons why you can't get on the books anymore, or the price is considerably higher than your initial visit. These are thoughts that we have as healthcare professionals. I get tired, and as well as my colleagues. I had a couples massage with a young lady that I went to school with, and the gentleman wanted to, everybody had their phones on the table. The young lady that I was working on had 2 phones on the table with her, and she was laying on top of them. You all do not lay in the bed with devices, and don't lay on top of them ever. Your body is absorbing that radiation at alarming rates. You will start developing masses on your body, because your body has to protect the organs at all times, and it can only process so much radiation until it starts devastating the body. Okay, don't do that ever. You don't know how many people I catch with the phone underneath them, an hour later, half an hour later. We had to take, and then, you know, they're upset, especially the cosmetic surgery patients. They want to be on Snapchat, TikTok, vlogging that they're at their recovery session. They want to be FaceTiming their boyfriend, husbands, fiancés, best friends, sisters, all this stuff. They can't even break away from that for the 30-minute session. You know, it's ludicrous, okay? We don't have time for it. We want to frisbee your phone out the front window. We want to slap you around a little bit. Like, hello, get it together. Seriously. You're here to get taken care of. Let's get taken care of. And you also need to know what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. And you need to know what you need to be doing when you leave here. Focus. Focus. And all this extra that you're doing, you better be tipping. Okay? You better be tipping. Now, standardized tip for a medical spa, massage therapists, estheticians, nail techs, onyxologists, service providers, you know, lash specialists, techs, your braiders, your twist and locticians, salon hairstylists, that entire industry right there. Your service professionals that are taking care of your skin and body. The across the board standard minimum tip is 20%. That means if it costs $100, it's a $20 bill that goes on top of that. And if you are really pleased, anything above $20 is what you do. So every 100 is $20 involved, okay? You all who think you're gonna come in on a Groupon, you think you're gonna come in on a first-time visitor special, and you think you're not gonna tip, you won't probably get another appointment, especially if you really like that person or not. You're not probably getting another appointment. We have clients that will finesse. They'll talk a good game. They'll tell you about what they got going on. They'll want to exchange information with you. As soon as you leave the room, they'll run out of the building. They'll go up there and they'll complain. Clients that come late to their appointment and it's like, hey, we can only give you what's left, they'll try to complain, and so they can, in hopes that they can get another appointment. It's absolutely ridiculous. So what you have to do, you have to tell the client, hey, it's 1:11, your session is over at 55 after, you have 44 minutes. If you like to reschedule, we'll still have to charge you for today, but we could get you in where you could get your full 50 minutes hands-on, or do you want to go forward? Hopefully next time you could get here where we can give you your full time. I mean, these are the conversations you have to have. Now, some people get it, they're not tripping and they go on. But some people really don't. They'll say it's fine, they'll complain, they want to get another session and they want it complimentary. You're another one that we're not gonna get you back in. We're not gonna deal with you. We're gonna put notes, you're hard to deal with, you don't show up on time, you want it all for nothing, you are a complainer, you don't want to tip, that's obvious, you want the service but you don't want to pay. So we'll kick you to the person that doesn't care, they're at work and they're willing to take the hard to deal with customer, which is going to be rare. It's going to be really rare that you find anyone in the building that wants to take a hard to deal with customer. I've had people come in my office that are pregnant, didn't disclose it, didn't ask for a prenatal service, get on the table on their stomach, wait till dang near you're about to start the service, then say, oh, I just wanted to tell you I'm 6 months pregnant. Does that matter? Yes, it matters. Get off your stomach. Let's get you on your side. And then they want you to keep a secret. Oh, nobody knows the person that I came with. Please don't let them know. I don't want to disclose anything. And by the way, even though I'm 30 minutes late to my 60-minute appointment, Do you think I could also get a manicure and a pedicure? Could you please double check that for me? Then call back the next day and say they don't like whatever happened, they don't feel good, and want the same therapist to redo the service for an hour. No, you won't get an appointment. How do you say you showed up late? You didn't disclose your situation. Then you turn around and call back and say something the therapist did to you, you don't feel good, but you want them to redo the same therapist. You want them to redo the service. You're not getting another appointment. You're not getting anything. And we should have canceled your appointment in the first place for non-disclosure. So it's just so many things that take place that will get in the way of you having a successful relationship with health professionals. You always have payment issues. You don't know who your insurance provider is, your insurance information. You always need to call back with card numbers. You always have to reschedule. You're no show, no call. You cancel a lot. The list goes on and on of why it is you may not be able to get appointments. The price has increased astronomically. And these are things that we think about you. We think you're uncouth. We think that you have a mental issue, some type of mental illness. We think that you want to play games, that you don't take us seriously, that you're disrespectful, that you're crass, that you're degenerative. We think that you're ignorant, that you're low level, that you're low class. We think so many things as healthcare professionals, trying to facilitate wellness, trying to connect with you with your healthcare and fitness goals. Some of you all are just not realistic, okay? You're not prepared to win. And the amount of energy we have to use dealing with you all is just, it doesn't serve us. And it depletes from us having the energy to take care of the rest of our clients for the day, for the week. Some of you all think that you're going to cross lines. You think you're going to touch us. You think that you're going to, sexually advance. You think that, you can do and say whatever you want, and that because we may not have addressed you right then and there, that, you can proceed accordingly. And that is why you will not be able to get another appointment. That's why the price has gone up, extremely high, because you think this is a game. We'll put the notes there. Some of us won't even put notes. What we will do, depending on your behavior and what you've done, then we will put notes to warn other healthcare professionals. We won't refer you to anyone else, because we're not going to put our license credentials and reputation at risk for you and pass you off to somebody else. But most of the time, depending on what you've done, how you present, and how you show up, we will just simply go to the scheduling department and say, do not rebook this person with me. We'll just keep it that simple. And then boom, you'll never see us again, other than in the hallway or something like that. And then you'll be like, hey, I've been trying to get back on your books. And we'll be like, I know, we are so busy right now. It's like, I'm booked up for the next 12 months. Like, get out of here. When healthcare professionals talk to you like that, it's a 50-50 chance it's true, and it's a 50-50 chance it's not. That is a common response to when you're never going to see them again. And that's just that. A lot of healthcare professionals have a rule. Sorry guys, I've been holding this camera for a while. They have a rule that once you do no show, no call, or cancellations, I think they give you like 3, they will no longer accept appointment requests from you. They have cancellation fees now where you have to pay it before you're able to reschedule. And so, there's a lot of things that go on in a day, but primarily as, you know, a therapist, as a person who is interacting with people on the surface level, externally, right? They're talking to me about how they feel internally. They're talking to me about how they feel externally, how they want to look, you know, how they want to end up feeling, how, you know, they want to, you know, live their lives and everything. And I'm saying to myself, you know, that's cool, but you know, you haven't even conquered the basics, like thou shalt brush their teeth, thou shalt wash their face, thou shalt exfoliate, thou shalt moisturize, thou shalt clean your ears. You know how crazy it is to lean over to tell an adult something and be greeted by large amounts of crust all in a person's ear. I didn't even know it's possible for people to have crust in their ear, but it's there, guys. Crust all around their ear. They have it coming out of crevices in the ear. You have adults that have decaying teeth and they've done nothing about it. You can smell it. There's a specific smell when you have decaying teeth. There's people with gingivitis, people that don't rinse their mouths. It's a lot of people that think using mouthwash is optional, and it's not. If you don't like mouthwash, you can use hydrogen peroxide, which is a great product which will kill a lot of bacteria. It will help you with cavities. It helps you, and you could swallow a tiny bit, like a third of a teaspoon, which would really help you with your throat, especially if you're a person that's prone. You get lots of sore throats all the time. You're always having like swollen lymph nodes there, and you're just always having pain and scratchy throats. You really need to get into rinsing your mouth with mouthwash. You need to do that first thing in the morning before you brush your teeth. You need to do that before you go to bed. I like Listerine. The Up and Up brand is good for the original version. There's some essential oil in the original Listerine. That's why I like it, because it kills a lot of bacteria and growths. Believe it or not, the mouth is the dirtiest part of your body for valid reasons. A lot of people think, you know, if they brush their teeth twice a day, they did a good job. You really need to be brushing your teeth every time you eat, and definitely need to rinse 3 to 5 times a day. Really, 4 to 5 times a day would be best. A lot of people don't floss their teeth. And so you need to get into that, or at least use one of these scraping tools or a water flosser to get in between those teeth. I mean, guys, the list goes on and on of things that are not happening on a simple level. I mean, you're not washing your face. Young ladies that are wearing these fake lashes and these wigs, what a nightmare you have going on there. I mean, I have never in my life, and let's talk about this. No, let's talk about this.